This is reason number 1 as to why you should always be very careful when inviting anyone into your home, even family.
So I have heard lots of crazy stories, but this one just hits differently. It makes me wonder, really, family. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Princess Panigo and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber. To all the returnees, you're welcome. And if you're new, thank you so much for coming back to this channel, Panigo's TV. So guys, this lady came out to narrate how inviting her own father to her home brought drama to her. Okay, we could say brought spiritual problems, but let's just dive right into it. So in Africa, we are big on family. People go as much as inviting distant relation to reside with them. So imagine me hearing this, that this lady invites her own biological father and this sort of thing happened to her. It just got me wondering, and I said to share with you guys. Are you someone who likes to invite family, or your team nobody comes to my house? I, for one, I will tell you guys what I think after we listen to her. Let's just dive right into it.
This is reason number 1 as to why you should always be very careful when inviting anyone into your home, even family. So for those of you guys who follow me on here, you already know that my father and I don't have the best relationship. Recently, I found out that he had a baby, so I reached out. We ended up reuniting. I met the baby and decided to invite them over to my house for dinner. Mind you, my home is extremely protected. So if anybody comes in with any type of negativity around them, they're not going to feel well. So he comes over. The minute he walks in, he starts to become ill. He said he felt like he was going to faint, like he didn't know what was going on. They ended up cutting their visit short and practically rushed out of the door.
Okay, guys. So this is me wondering right now. What sort of fortification did she have in her house that made her father come in, and as soon as he stepped in, he started feeling ill and then he cut his visit short? I'm just wondering what sort of fortification. I mean, I like it. I would like that kind of fortification in my home. If you're evil or you carry a spirit around you that is, not good, you won't be able to stay around. And I would like for her to tell us more about that, but let's just keep listening, guys.
I didn't think much of it and just decided to go on with my day. The next day, which was on Sunday, I woke up in the worst possible mood. I couldn't understand why I was in such a bad mood. I had absolutely no reason to feel so angry, but something was just really bothering me. I decided to take the kids to go watch the new Spider-Man to kind of get my mind off of it. Once I left the house, I realized that I no longer felt like that anger. Like, it was gone and I felt fine. But the minute we went back home, I started to feel angry again. Decided to ignore it. I don't know why I keep ignoring things. Decided to ignore it, went about my day. That Monday I wake up, when I go downstairs, I notice that the house is dark. Like, there's this darkness around the house. My house is extremely light. My shades are always open. I don't like darkness. But again, busy with work, I kind of just get ready and go about my day. When I get home later on that day, the house has this weird, like, rotting smell. My kids can't smell it, but I can smell it and it's bothering me. So I go around cleaning the house. I'm like bleaching, I'm scrubbing, I'm mopping. I'm like, where's that smell coming from? I even like deep clean the trash can, like in the inside, thinking maybe something spilled in there. I couldn't get the smell from like out of my nose. That night I go to bed and I end up waking up at exactly 3 a.m. So I'm like, fun, this is fun. I'm like getting chills even thinking about it. My mouth is so freaking dry. I go downstairs to get something to drink. When I go downstairs, I notice that the basement door is open. I never leave that door open. So I shut it, grabbed the water, and went back to my room. The minute I lay down, I'm paralyzed. This thing paralyzes me, and it shows itself. I'm like fighting back again. I'm not afraid of any of this stuff because I've been dealing with this stuff my whole life. So I'm pretty much laughing at it, telling it that it has no power, it needs to leave. I start to pray, and it's continuing to like hold me down. At one point, I'm able to break free and I like overpower this thing. I have one of those Stanley cups, the dupe, not the real one. I'm not spending $40 on a cup. Next to my nightstand, and I started to hit it in the head with it. Once I did this, it went away. I say my prayers and go to sleep. I wake up at about 6 a.m. and decide to go downstairs to get my coffee. When I go downstairs into the kitchen, I hear what sounds like something like fumbling in the basement, like something's falling over in the basement. And then I look and realize that the basement door is open. So I wanted to give you guys a quick little update on everything that has been going on. After I cleaned the house did feel a lot more peaceful. I saw a lot of your comments where people were saying that prayer is all you need, and that is 100% true. Yes, prayer will cast these things out. But at the end of the day, when these things enter your home, they leave a lot of stagnant, negative energy that you need to clean out. That is where that mopping thing that I showed you guys comes in. Once my mom came over, she double checked the house and she felt it in the basement. She said that when she went downstairs, she saw it hiding behind the washer. And the minute she walked downstairs, this thing went like this. Like, shh, like don't tell her. My mom, of course, cast it out and it ended up leaving. But after she left and as I was getting ready for bed, I started to feel uneasy again. Like the feeling that I get whenever something that I don't want around is around. And I could tell that this thing was angry over the Stanley Cup incident. So I said my prayers. Saint Michael the Archangel is huge. I went around and I blessed my home. I prayed some more. I put some Christian music on. And even though I was a bit like uneasy, I was kind of able to fall asleep. Oh, and the other big comment on there was the scratches that you see at some point. I have no idea where those scratches came from. I did not scratch my chest. I do see that the video kind of cuts out of that part, but I did not scratch my chest. So yeah, it's been fun. As of right now, I don't feel anything. I feel okay. So we'll see.
So this feels absolutely creepy, and I wouldn't say I have ever experienced this kind of thing because I have never, but there was a part where she was talking about, you know, getting this weird smell. Sometimes I just perceive this kind of weird smell, and you know, sometimes I start to bind, like I bind every foul spirit, and then if people are around me, they're just like, oh, you're being too dramatic. But I mean, you can't be too careful. But I wonder how our Father is going to feel if he ever comes across that video. Anyway, she mentioned that their relationship is not at the best, so I guess it doesn't really matter, you know, and that was why she could come out and make that video. Trust me, in Africa, sometimes, you know, you consider your parents, well, even if they're the ones that were not really in your life, you still try to be considerate with the things you say to them and the things you put out there. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. Our emotions, how she feels is what counts, and I'm sure she's not going to be inviting anyone into our house, you know, anytime soon. Guys, what do you think after listening to this story? Have you experienced this kind of things? Do you think it's true or it's surreal? Has it happened to anyone you know? Please, let's make it interactive in the comment section, because I want to hear stories. I think we should be very careful of those we invite into our home. I am not disputing that fact, but when she said family, okay, dad, it's not very easy. How do you tell your dad no? Guys, I mean, don't judge like by what I'm saying, because in Africa things are different. Okay, the way we do things, especially when it comes to parents, like it's totally different. So I'm just thinking, how do you tell parents, okay, don't come to my house? Or probably you just keep giving excuses. I don't know, but you guys, let me know if it's you. Would you be inviting your father back to your house after this kind of experience happened, or you'd be like, no, I am never having them come over? I don't know what I'm gonna do if I'm placed in that kind of situation. But trust me, the story is quite freaky. The fact that she even had to have a one-on-one encounter with the thing, as she called it, it's quite freaky and scary. And for me, I feel like we cannot overemphasize the power of prayers. Prayer works. God exists. Prayer works. I can't and I won't stop saying that. But I mean, we are all entitled to our beliefs. Okay, so if you don't believe it, it is fine. But this is what I believe. I believe prayer works, and praying to God in heaven. Anyway, guys, let's leave it at that. Please leave your thoughts to me in the comment section about what you think about what you heard. And let's make it interactive. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.